When you get into a relationship, sometimes things go wrong because we naturally assume other people think and feel just like us. But oftentimes, our partner ends up being sensitive or offended more easily in different areas than us because men and women are different. Therefore, here are 4 common differences in the ways that men and women are often hurt by each other. And just as a quick side note for this video, this is really a matter of emphasis because a lot of the points I'm going to be making here will relate to both genders. We crave a lot of the same things and we're hurt by a lot of the same things, but the amount of satisfaction and the amount of hurt will be different based upon what we each value. So it's a matter of emphasis, not a rigid, I'm not hurt by this at all and you're not hurt by that at all. It's just gonna hurt a lot more based upon the genders. Number 1, a man will be hurt if he feels like a woman doubts his strength. And a woman will be hurt by a man if she feels like the man doubts her beauty. God designed men to be strong and women to be beautiful. And to deny this simple truth is just to deny observable reality. You just look at men and women, the way they dress generally, and you can tell that men are valuing strength and women are valuing beauty. Scripture points to this truth as well. 1 Corinthians 16:13, be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. Proverbs 11:12, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman without discretion. So a man's strength and a woman's beauty can be misused when sin gets involved, but without sin, it's clear that the emphasis, again, the emphasis is men are strong. God designed them to be strong and to project that strength, and women are beautiful, and God designed them to project a lot of beauty. Thus, if a woman feels like a man doesn't think she's beautiful, that's gonna hurt her. And likewise, if a man feels like a woman doesn't think that he's strong, that's gonna hurt him. And I'm talking about physical and non-physical ways where we're talking about beauty and strength. So to have a healthy relationship, you have to be very careful that you're not expressing yourself in a way that would tap into these vulnerabilities in your partner. Number 2, a man will be hurt when a woman is using too many words to control him, and a woman will be hurt when a man is using too few words to control him. According to Scripture, the tongue holds the power to produce both life and death in relationships. Typically speaking, however, a woman's words generally increase when she feels hurt, and a man's words generally decrease when he feels hurt. Her hurt is expressed verbally, and his hurt is expressed through withdrawal. And this cycle only hurts the other person even more. Of the woman who's hurting the man, Proverbs 27:15 through 16 states, a continual dripping on a rainy day and a quarrelsome wife are alike. To restrain her is to restrain the wind, or to grasp oil in one's right hand. Through her many words, she does harm to the man. When things are going well, however, she does him good and not harm. On the other hand, when we're talking about men, a good example of how a man grows distant when he gets hurt is when David was offended by Michal. After she did something that offended him, from the context of Scripture, it seems like David distanced himself from her for the rest of their relationship together. Now, this is a complicated situation. David's relationships with women were not going biblically. He had many wives, so I'm not saying that this is a good example to follow. I'm not saying David was doing the right thing in distancing himself from his wife in this situation. Rather, I'm showing this as an example of how men often react when they're feeling hurt. However, when things are going well in the home, notice how a man responds and talks about his wife, as we see in Proverbs 31. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. So if you want a healthy relationship, the woman has to be careful she doesn't turn into a complainer, and the man needs to be careful he doesn't become withdrawn. Number 3, a man will be hurt by a woman when she seeks to manipulate him, and a woman will be hurt by a man when he seeks to dominate her. In sin, we tend to use our gifts for evil purposes. So like we said earlier, God has blessed men with strength, and in sin, we misuse that gift oftentimes to dominate and be oppressive to women, which is wrong. This is why Paul told husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. God has blessed women with beauty, but in sin, a woman can use that beauty to manipulate and trick a man into doing what she wants, even though she's not being authentic and genuine in love. Proverbs 6:25, do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. To have a healthy relationship, a man and woman need to be tender and loving and genuine towards each other. And number 4, a man will be hurt by a woman when she refuses to respect him, and a woman will be hurt by a man when he refuses to care for her. In Ephesians 5:22 through 33, Paul commands the husbands to care for their wives, love their wives, and he commands women, the wives, to respect their husbands. And this is what both genders crave from each other. A man loves to provide and protect for his wife, and he doesn't want her to express her love for him in the exact same way. He's not looking for her to protect and provide for him. Rather, what he wants is appreciation and respect for the sacrifices that he's making. A woman loves to follow her godly husband, and she's not looking for the man to follow her. Rather, she wants the man to be a good leader and to care for her in loving ways. So when either person is not fulfilling their biblical role for the man or the woman, that's when people start getting hurt. Now, big picture, this has to be expressed fully in marriage, because you can't fully care and provide for a woman in dating, and you can't fully submit and follow a man in dating. These are marriage roles, but you should be seeing evidence that this person could fulfill these roles in dating if you do want to be in a godly marriage one day. Here's a related video called How Men Show Interest in a Woman They Like versus How a Woman Shows Interest in a Man She Likes. I'm Mark from ApplyGodsWord.com. I'll see you at the next video. God bless.